Today we are going to start a new unit, ecology. As we know, ecology is a branch of science in which we study the relationship between the organism and their environment also. In this unit we are starting the chapter 13, organism and population. What is the organism? Organism means all the living organism like plants, animals, microorganism, parasites, predators, all are the organism. And environment means their physical abiotic environment. The rotation of the earth and the tilt of its axis, earth की जो tilt axis है, these cause the annual variation in the temperature and the season, so that the seasons are formed and the major biomes also form. Biomes क्या है? Biomes are the communities of the flora and the fauna which are naturally occurring, जहाँ पे plants present है, plants होते हैं, animals present है, जो कि naturally communities हैं plants और animals की, जहाँ के specific biomes हैं desert, rainforest और the tundra. Due to the variation and the precipitation, different biomes are formed. The regional and the local variation within a biome leads to the formation of different habitats. Habitats एक ऐसी place है, एक ऐसी जगह जहाँ पे अपन क्या रहते हैं. We are living in a specific habitats. Children, in this diagram there are distribution of the biomes with respect to their temperature and the precipitation. Precipitation means rainfall and the snow both. Desert में जैसे कि आप देख सकते हो, in the desert there are the rainfall is very low and the temperature is very high. But in the Arctic and the alpine tundra, the temperature is very low and the precipitation is also low. In the tropical forest, precipitation is very high. The organism in the environment, the organism are living not only the favorable condition but also they exist even in the extreme and the harsh habitats. Like these are the examples of the harsh habitats like Rajasthan desert, rain-soaked Meghalaya forest, deep ocean trenches, torrential streams, permafrost polar regions, high mountain tops, thermal springs and the compost pits. We can also know that our intestine is a habitat for many microorganisms. In the environment, there are two types of components are present, biotic components and the abiotic components. The physico-chemical components is also called the abiotic components, in which all the non-living matter is present like water, light, temperature and the soil. In biotic components, all the living organisms like pathogens, parasites, predators and the competitors are present and they leads to variation of the different habitats. Now we are going to start the abiotic factors. What are the abiotic? Abiotic just opposite of the biotic factors. Like temperature is abiotic factor, water, light and the soil all are the abiotic factors which influence the organismic life. The first major abiotic factor is temperature and it is based on the range of the thermal tolerance. On the basis of the thermal tolerance, organisms of two types, eurythermal and the stenothermal. Eurythermal means the organisms which are able to tolerate a wide range of temperature. Some examples like dog, cat, tiger are the eurythermal organism. And the stenothermal means the organism has the ability to tolerate only a narrow range of temperature, like penguins, crocodiles, and penthons. All are the stenothermal. The second major abiotic factor is water, in which the desert organisms have special adaptation to limited the water. For example, camel is specially adapted to the desert condition, and the productivity and the distribution of the plant is dependent on the water. Based on the tolerance of the salinity, organisms are two types, euryhaline and the stenohaline. Euryhaline means they have the ability to tolerate the wide range of salinities, and the stenothermal means they tolerance only a narrow range of salinity, like the goldfish or the haddocks. Many freshwater animals cannot live for a long in the sea water and vice versa because of the osmotic problems are concerned. Next major abiotic factor is a light. The plants need sunlight for the photosynthesis. Small forest plants like the herbs, shrubs are adapted to the photosynthesis optimally under very low light because they are overshadowed by the tall canopies of the trees. Plants need the sunlight for their photosynthesis as well as the photoperiodism for their demand of the flowering, and the many animals use the diurnal and the seasonal variation in the light intensity and photoperiod for timing their foraging, reproductive and the migrating activities, means searching for their foods, their reproductive habits or their migratory activities. The last major abiotic factor is the soil, and the nature and the properties of the soil is differed due to the climate, weathering process, sedimentation and the methods of the soil development. So can the properties of the soil are formed like soil composition, size of the soil grains, their aggregation, percolation and the water holding capacity of the soil, and the chemical characteristics of the soil like pH of soil, mineral composition, their topography determine the vegetations and the animals in that particular area. In aquatic environment, the sediment characteristics determine the type of the benthic animals. Children, hope this topic is clear. We have discussed all the abiotic factors and the relationship between the organism and its environment. Thank you.